What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. Hey guys, I've got the new LEGO Minifigure Series 24 in front of us, thanks to LEGO sending it to me early to review. And in today's video, I'm going to do what's called a feel guide so that when you're in the store and you're feeling the bags, you'll be able to tell what pieces to look for to get the figures you want. So let's start over here. With our soccer referee, there are some telling pieces to feel for. Of course, if you can feel two separate 1x2 flat bricks, you'll feel, pretty confident that you got it, as well as the soccer ball. So feel for two 1x2 flats, as well as the soccer ball for this one. The Newsie is a little bit of a difficult one because, you want to feel for that 2x2 flat piece, but it could get confused with the farmer's market sign. So to be sure, try to feel for the satchel. Maybe you could try to feel for like the strap of the satchel. And if all else fails, this is the only figure that has short posable legs in this series. So if you can get any combination of the things I just mentioned, you'll probably have the Newsie in your hands. The Dinosaur Guy is a little bit easier because if you can feel for his helmet and you can get your thumb inside of the mouth through the bag, you'll be good to go on this one. To remove any doubt, try to feel for the tail because it's the only figure in this series that has a tail. The troll is an interesting one because you could try to feel for the shield. There aren't any other pieces in this series that would be confusing, but the sword is a big giveaway. If you could feel the back curve of that sword, you should be good. And there are two 1x1 studs here that you could try to feel. Two 1x1 studs, because that's pretty unique for this figure too. Also, his jaw piece here is rubbery, so if you could kind of squish that, you should be good to go. All right, this is probably the easiest one in the series because of her big dress. It's a 2x4 brick width, so if you could feel for that giant rounded 2x4 brick, you'll be good to go. If you need any doubt, try to feel for the hair. This one is probably one of the more tricky ones, the wildlife rescue character, because he doesn't really have any defining accessories other than the koala, but this small piece could get confused for the baby. We'll talk about the baby shortly, but for this one, you want to try to feel for two of these grass pieces, because it comes with two of those. Try to feel for the koala, and if you can get the hat off and you could feel for the brim of the hat, there's no other figure in this series that has a hat with a brim, so if you can get any combination of those pieces felt out, you should be good. The Black Falcon character is a little bit easier to feel for because you could feel for the bow, if you could try to get finger or a thumb through the openings of this bow, you should be good to go. And the bird is not squishy like some previous LEGO birds have been. So if you could feel for kind of this Y shape of the wings, you should be good. And if you can confirm that with the bow, you should be good on finding this one. The Pottery Girl. This one is interesting because if you could try to feel for the headpiece, kind of with the point to her head wrap, that should be good. It comes with two of these bowls you could try to feel for, and this piece that makes up the little pottery wheel along with the cup are both pretty unique shapes that aren't like anything else in the series, although, as funny as it sounds, I could see how this cup could get confused with the dog if you were a little too fast in feeling. So just be careful, try to feel around, see, what pieces you can find. This one is luckily much, much easier. If we take the helmet off of the robot, you can see that there are these big wings on the back of the robot. So if you could feel the Y of those wings and then follow it up to the robot helmet, you should be good. But there are lots of small individual pieces you could try to feel for on the gun as well if you want to remove any doubt. As I said, this is the Astronaut character. He is one of the more difficult ones to feel for. I'd recommend trying to feel for the antenna of his walkie-talkie as well as the helmet. If you could try to get your thumb inside that helmet, there's no other character with a piece quite like that. And it is worth mentioning that the baby is actually removable, so it's not one piece. The head is removable, so you could try to feel for those pieces as well. There's not too much you could confuse it with other than that little dog like we were talking about. The Rocking Horse Girl, super, super easy because the Rocking Horse has a very specific feel to it, so you could try to feel for these little, gaps in the rocking horse here. You could try to feel for the head, the place where the figure's legs go. This one is pretty easy. Don't really have to explain it. And the carrot guy is pretty easy too because he's the only character that has any sort of a regular pole in it. And of course, the carrot is pretty easy to feel for too. If you could feel for the tip of the costume, you should be good to go. And if you want to try to remove any doubt, he's got this kind of like fuzzy orange hair. You could try to feel for that feeling as well. So let me know what you think of this series in the comments down below. For a more full review on the figures, check out my previous video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.